Hey, good morning, everyone. I am back as promised. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. Welcome to part 2 of my Sunday morning beach walk at Delnor-Wiggins Pass State Park in North Naples, Florida. Right now I am up at the north end of the park, up by Wiggins Pass. As you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful blue sky all around me. 63 degrees right now, a bit breezy, the wind coming out of the northeast. Expecting today's high to get up right around 80. But I am on the south shore of Wiggins Pass. Absolutely beautiful. Mangrove trees bordering the pass here. Look at those beautiful colors, the greens. The roots of the mangroves. The walking tree. Thanks for tuning in. Had a nice quiet walk up the beach this morning. Quiet other than the wind noise. Nothing I can do about that. That's Mother Nature. Some jet skis heading out. Couldn't ask for a nicer place to live than right here in Naples, Florida. So blessed with beauty. Blessed by nature. The ferry boat from Tarpon Cove just leaving the beach. Or Pelican Isle, that looks like Pelican Isle. The condominiums of Pelican Isle. 2 ferry boats that come here. They have special permits to drop people off at the park. That's the Pelican Isle ferry boat. Captain at its helm. More condos under construction over there. Kalia Bay. I think one of those condos is Pelican Isle. They're going with the current right now. That's why they're moving so fast. The current's in their favor heading. The tide is coming in now. Boats that are heading out the pass are moving slow. Any boats coming in the pass are moving fast with the current. One of my favorite views here. I love this view here with this tree overhanging the water. One of my favorites by far. Has such a gorgeous view of Wiggins Pass. I love that tree right there. Just frames everything in nicely. Little snowy egret up here ahead of me. The little white bird. Looking for something to eat. Beautiful little birds with that little plume on the top of their head. That little white fluffy plume of feathers blowing in the wind. Can you show us your face? Try to come around without scaring it. Watch, he's gonna stop and go the other way as soon as I get up next to him. Him or her. Not having much luck on the fishing. I love that plumage. When they stick their feathers out there, it's just amazing. They're so beautiful when they fluff up. Usually when they're fighting or making a stand. Now that's a shell. Why did you pick up a shell on the beach? What do you got? That's a seashell. Don't eat that. What a silly bird. Hey, goofball, that's a big shell. Oh boy. Doesn't even look like a fish. Maybe it's collecting seashells like me. Look back up the Cocohatchee. Glorious, glorious, glorious Sunday morning. Look at that sky. Hit that share button if you're liking what you're seeing here. Invite your friends to tag along. Got any friends that love the beach? Invite them to take a virtual walk with us. Here's another one of my favorite views of the pass here. Got this old palm tree that blew over during one of our storms. Just looks so rustic, so old Florida looking. The bench up there, isn't that beautiful? That bench, believe it or not, See that bench that I'm talking about over here? Right there. That bench was down the beach to the left, way down the beach. And when Hurricane Eta passed offshore, hundreds of miles out in the Gulf, it kicked up the waves, the currents. It actually picked that bench up, brought it all the way up the beach, around the corner of the pass, and washed that bench up onto the beach over there. It was upside down. The Rangers just flipped it over, and that's where it's going to stay. But that has become a very, very popular bench here at the park. Beautiful views of the pass from that bench. It's very quiet up here. Most people don't make it up this far. Look at that. That's a picture right there. That is a picture. So many photo ops up here. So many photo ops. I could spend all morning up here taking pictures. There's just so many neat things that lend themselves for, to be in the foreground, or trees to frame shots in. You got natural picture frames here. Look at that. That's the key to good photographs, is try to have something in the foreground to kind of frame your picture in, to give your shots a little dimension, a little depth. Another one of my favorite shots is, it's a hard one to get because of the way the trees are. You got to get yourself positioned just right in between all the bushes, unless you have a nice zoom lens on your camera, which allows you to change your focal length real easily without having to change lenses. But I love it, getting the dead palm tree in the shot there, the green leaves on the tree. With photos, you have a little more frame to work with, kind of limited with the video frame here. See what I'm saying? There's a little tree just over here to the right. You got to work your way around just right to get a nice shot here. But it's doable. It's doable. Just experiment. And you want to get, you don't want to cover up the whole pass. You want to leave the pass open a little bit there. Just some fun places to experiment with photos up here. I call them my little windows to paradise. See, that's beautiful, but it's just not as interesting without something in the foreground. Still beautiful. Beautiful blue sky, the water picking up that blue sky. Shadows too are important in photographs. Sometimes it's all about the shadows. Here, look at the shadows on the beach. We get some beautiful shadows here. So you want to make this picture a little more interesting? Let's see. You got the shadows. Let's find ourselves a little something to put on the edge of the frame, maybe a little tree. What a difference, huh? A little tree makes on the edge. Got the beautiful shadows. the green leaves. See, I like that. I think that's a lot more interesting than just the pass all by itself. It just gives you more of a feeling of standing up on the beach looking at it. Giving you a little photography class here for free. Come on. If you're liking what you're seeing, I do appreciate donations. I do appreciate tips. As a matter of fact, I count on them. I do this. I enjoy doing this, but I do put a lot of time into this, doing the beach walks and sharing photos and other videos. It's more fun than bagging groceries at Publix. So if you're liking what you're seeing and you want to send a little donation, a contribution, a thank you, a gratuity, whatever you want to call it, you can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. Very simple to do. If you can get on Facebook, you can figure out how to do PayPal. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. The bench. There's the bench. The bench with a prayer tree behind it. You know, another little tip, photography tip. Don't be afraid to bend over. Don't be afraid to get on your hands and knees if you can when you're taking photos. Wildlife, get down to their level. Children, get down to their level. It opens a whole new world when you're taking pictures. Everybody's so into holding the camera up over their head, taking selfies so they don't see their saggy chins. But those low angle shots are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You'll see I have a lot of shots of birds here, and I'm right down on the ground with them, a lot of times on my belly. All the photos you see here I take with an iPhone, so I don't have the luxury of a little flip-up screen. Or the different lenses and everything. But I think you'll find some beautiful photos here. And when you do find something you like, hit that share button. So where were we? Where did we start our beach walk, our part 2 here? Way down there. That's where we started, way down there. Listen to that wind. Oh, half uniform. Still got the sweatshirt. How you doing today? There's my young shellers. Curious if he gets anything in that net. There's not been a lot of bait fish out here lately. It's one of the problems the birds are having. Nope, nothing. Nothing. This is a cool little turkey wing shell that I picked up earlier on the beach. Look at this. It's not a chip. That is the natural little nook in that. Look at that. That is a beautiful little turkey wing. See? Not chipped. When I saw it on the beach, I thought it was chipped. But no. That's an awesome little turkey wing. Beautiful pattern. Colors and pattern. Beautiful. I didn't really do too much shelling this morning. I was walking and looking, a lot of shells, but lots and lots of people out here this morning picking them up. A lot of broken stuff on the beach. Old worn out moon shell down here. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Wonderful. You finding anything? There was a ton of people out here this morning.
Yeah, I found
Sand dollars?
but a lot of what I found were all broken.
Yeah, that's what everything I'm picking up's broken. These are good for the trees, for the prayer trees when they have the holes in them. One of my friends told me yesterday there was a guy here was walking out with two like shopping bags full of shells. There was a pile of shells here yesterday. And he wouldn't let anybody see what they were. I'm like, I hope he didn't pick up a bunch of live stuff. Because every once in a while you see a lot of these moon shells with the snails in them up here.
Yeah, and that's what I always look at.
Yeah. Yeah, the conchs are the ones that'll get you. Have a great day. Yeah, the pickings are kind of slim. Yesterday was an incredible day out here yesterday for our shellers. I got so many shells. I am happy. But it's always fun finding something new on the beach in the morning. Boy, that wind has just really picked up just now. I got my back to the wind, but it is blowing. Really blowing hard. There, it just died down. I was going to spin around and give you a look behind me. Oh, here comes the wind again. Oh, well. That's part of being at the beach, the wind. Comes with the territory. Mike, good morning, Mike. Good morning. How you doing today? Hi.
Finding your shells.
I was wondering where they all went. I couldn't find any this morning. It's your fault.
They found one nautilus.
One nautilus? Good.
Big one.
A big one?
Little one.
Oh, little one. I didn't find any. Well, I got a cool turkey wing shell. You want turkey wing? Can you guess why they call that a turkey wing?
Because it looks like a turkey wing.
You want it?
Sure, thank you.
That's really a neat one because see that little notch in it? They all don't have that.
It looks like a feather.
A feather. It does look like a feather. They're neat shells. Yep. Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love sharing shells with kids. Get them interested in something besides video games. Bring kids back to nature. You know, you're gonna force them to stay at home, keep them out of school. Well, if they're gonna come out on the beach, give them a little education. Holy Moses. Holy Moses. That is a big piece of worm rock. That is huge, Caroline. Anybody know who Caroline is? That is a big piece of worm rock. That is heavy. Look at that. Look at that. That is cool. Look at all the tubes. Let's see if I can fit that in my pocket. Just kidding. Man, that is a beauty. Wow. Look at that. Man. See some really cool things out here. Really cool things. That is a beautiful, beautiful chunk of worm rock there. Boom. Down it goes. Check out the bottom of it. Wow, that is cool. Cool. Hey. Boy, you did get a little sand. That's a sand 50 cents.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's only half $1. You're doing good, man. You're gonna be taking all my shells pretty soon. I'm not gonna be able to find any. You know who's coming out here tomorrow? The shell lady. Yep. You gonna come see her again? Awesome. You bought one? So you gonna bring that and show Miss Grove? You should. See if she knows what it is. Let's test her. You finally got a cowrie? What store did you go to? Where'd you get it? Did you get
Mango Bay.
Okay. There's a shell store too across the street. Is that where you went, or did you went to Mango Bay? Okay. I want to go check. I don't know if that shell store is open anymore. I was gonna go there with Barbara and see if she could control herself. All right, guys, have fun. Yep, take care. Oh, more young shellers. I love it, I love it, I love it. Yeah, there's still some little goodies on the beach. Still some little shells left down here. People didn't get everything. There's a nice little end of a worm shell. It's got a little bit of the shell left on it. Usually you just see the tip. Every once in a while you get lucky and find a nice big long one of these. Not too often. They get busted in the waves. Oh, there's a little... It's lost all its color, a little spiny cockle. You can see the little spines on it there if you look close. What's left of a little faded spiny cockle. Never a shortage of cockle shells on the beach. We do have our share of cockles. Cockles, slippers, conchs. Little jewel box shells. Half of a little jewel box. Something I never pick up. Something I really don't, I'm just not into them, but we got tons of them out here on the beach. Tons of them. Our oyster shells. You know, a lot of people use these oyster shells in crafts. We got lots and lots of oyster shells. If you're looking for oyster shells, plenty of them. Tide is coming in. There were a lot more shells out here earlier this morning. It's kind of pulling them back into the water. Anything good?
Oh, just apple beer ranch.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
You doing okay today?
Yeah, yep. How about you? A lot calmer out here than yesterday. Much, much calmer. This right here, down by that marker number 8, channel marker number 8, where we started our video here this morning. And this part of the park right here, it's just, I love it. I just love it. I just love this the natural feel that it has. You know, they call it the old Florida feel. You know, the dead trees along the water. Believe it or not, when I first started doing my beach walks, these were all alive, all these trees. The beach went much further out here into the water. These trees, there were trees out here where I'm standing, and they just overhung the water at high tide. It was beautiful. And back in 2017, Hurricane Irma did a number on this part of the park. She did a number. You know, a lot of people, I don't know how you can look at this and call it an eyesore. I don't know. I guess some people can. But they call it an eyesore, and why don't they get rid of the dead trees? Well, believe it or not, they still serve a purpose. They still act as a barrier to protect our beaches. And they also provide wonderful perching places for our shorebirds. You'll see some beautiful birds perched on the branches of these dead trees. So they do have a purpose. Look beyond the obvious. And then they also provide some opportunities, some great photo opportunities. Look at this old stump over here. I want to show you something cool. Look at this. This is an old Australian pine tree, I believe, the stump of it, but look at it. Look at the root system. That is so cool looking. At least I think it's cool looking. I might look at things a lot differently than other people. So far, we've had a great part 2 here. Great second half of my beach walk. We got to make a couple kids happy, giving them some shells. I gave you a little photography lesson for what that's worth. Seen some beautiful, beautiful sights here. Beautiful sights. That's what it's all about. That's what it is all about. The beauty. The beauty of Mother Nature. Great background. Great background to get together in the morning and chat with your friends in our Facebook and our Southwest Florida Television Beach family. As we refer to ourselves, the beach family. Surrounded by gorgeous blue sky. Surrounded. Look at that. That sun up there shining bright.
Until you think about that, it's like, hell, I like that better.
The north end of Delnor-Wiggins Pass State Park. This is referred to as Area 5. Parking lot 5, so they call this Area 5 Beach. This is the northernmost part of the park. Remember I was saying the birds perch on the trees here? I don't see this too often. Some little plovers. Some little plovers perched on the tree. Don't see that too very often. cute. The 3 little plovers. That is unusual. We usually see them scurrying up and down the beach. Just emphasizing the point. That is so cool. That's a first here. That is a first. Boy, they're pretty content. Let's see if I can zoom in a little more. These are the times I wish I had a really nice camera to grab a photo of that. Love it. Beauty abounds here, just abounds. Well, maybe someday I'll get to meet you in person here at the beach. That would be fun. That would be fun. But until then, I hope to see you in the mornings, following along, sharing. Rose, thank you, sweetheart. I'm going to walk around one of our favorite trees here and then call it a morning on the live feed. I'll share a couple photos later today. Stay tuned for that. Maybe even a little extra video. Hey, good morning, Joe. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being a friend. Thank you. Those of you that are financial supporters, thank you. I'll be out here again tomorrow morning, God willing and weather permitting. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay warm. Stay warm, my friends. Stay warm. Until tomorrow, tally-ho, tally-ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.